Dharmanaham Grihapatistava. That is Atharva 14:151. So this is a piece of a mantra which is generally used in marriage. That's during the rituals of the marriage. This is used. Here, this is said by the groom to the bride. We have got one important step in the marriage, that is known as Pani Grahana. That is to hold the hand, direct meeting. So he holds her hand and gives her certain promises. Okay, we are going to become husband and wife. We are going to lead a joint life. And his joint life, these are all the things what I am going to follow. So in that context, he says, I am holding your hand and we are becoming husband and wife in the name of dharma. That's very important. It's not just a social contract, or it's not just a living as people are doing today. No, we are becoming one. We are trying to become one physically, mentally and spiritually. And this all I am doing on the basis of dharma. Unfortunately, I don't have an equivalent to dharma in English. So it is the same word. So in the name of dharma, you are my wife and I am your grihapati. That is, I am the one who takes care of the house. I am the householder. That's what he says. Patni tomasi dharmanaham grihapatistava. Now generally what we find in a family is either the husband dominates or the wife dominates. But here the dominating factor is neither the wife nor the husband, but dharma. That's the very important thing. So both are bound by dharma. So if dharma says something like this, okay, we both of us will accept. It's not husband commands and wife listens to, or wife commands and husband listens to, but both are commanded by dharma. Now that makes these two people come together. Whereas if it is domination, yes, here or there will be some friction, there will be some problem and other things. That they avoid, what you call it as ab initio. From the very beginning, they avoid it. So they say, both of us, we are born by dharma, and in the light of dharma, we shall lead our lives, our joint life. That's what it says. And a similar complementary thing is there for this, that you can note down. That is, Gribhanami te saubhagatvaya hastam. Gribhanami te saubhagatvaya hastam. This is Rigveda 10.85.36. Rigveda 10.85.36. Gribhanami te saubhagatvaya hastam. So it is te hastam. I am holding your hand. Gribhanami is holding. Te hastam gribhanami. I am holding your hand. Saubhagatvaya, for our prosperity. So the very purpose of becoming husband and wife is not to fight. Because many families see it happening and the number of divorces are increasing day by day. Now it's very clearly said that I am holding your hand for our prosperity. That means to live peacefully and to live comfortably and to give comfort to one another. So that is the purpose of marriage. It is not just to fight out or maybe have differences of opinion and make it a big issue. No. Of course, certain difference of opinions will be there, but we shall sort it out so that both of us become prosperous, both of us become happy, and both of us can live a comfortable joint life. So that's the purpose. So these purposes are listed out in so many mantras in that Panigrahana context. So one is this, Gribhanami te saubhagatvaya hastam. Another one is, Patni tomasi dharmana aham grihapatistava. So I shall take care of the household, and these two words, Pati and Patni, both come from the same root, Parakshane. Parakshane, that's the same root. So one derivative becomes Patni, another derivative becomes Pati. So it shall be the responsibility of both Pati and Patni to protect the joint life, to protect the household, and protect, of course, the children, the product of their joint life. So the main crux is, the core is protection. It is not breakup. You see, this is a very important difference what you have to understand. These things are not emphasized in any other methods of marriage. We have got different methods of marriage according to their caste, creed, race, nationality, and so many other things. But the emphasis on protection, the emphasis on not getting separated, we see it very clearly in the Veda mantras. The purpose is very clear. Of course, in other cases also purpose is the same, but that's not emphasized. That's it. Here, that emphasis is very clear and is explicit, is explained very clearly. So, in the light of dharma, we shall become husband and wife, and we shall lead a joint life till our old age. That's also said. They use the word jaradashtiya. This also I told earlier. Jaradashtiya. Jara means old age. So, we shall lead a joint life till our old age. There is no question of divorce. They dream of divorce at all. They never think of divorce at all. Whatever be the difference, we shall sort it out and live together. The stress is on that living together. And the guiding principle there is dharma. We shall live together. Guiding principle is dharma. Over. So if we discuss under dharma, if we understand one another in the light of dharma, all disputes can be resolved. 100%. Disputes could be there, difference of opinion could be there, fine. But we shall resolve it. We shall resolve it and lead a joint life. I like you, you like me, fine. It is possible when we work out in the light of dharma. That's very important. Dharma is capable of guiding anyone, is capable of sorting out, resolving any dispute. Not only between husband and wife. Okay, here the subject or context is husband and wife, family life. Anywhere, if there is a dispute, when there are two parties and there is a dispute, one of them will not be dharmic. That's the thing. One of them will not be dharmic, other people will be dharmic. So the dispute starts. So in the light of Veda or in the light of Dharma, if I start sorting it out, the one who is not in the dharmic line will immediately raise, oh, this is my problem. Okay, rectification will be there and the whole thing becomes smooth and fine. So that is the intention of dharma. Dharma is capable of doing it. So how do you understand dharma? Okay, as I told earlier, there is no one English word to explain dharma. But here, in the Vedic language, they derive it from the word dudhai dharana poshana yoho. Dudhai chachajajanya, dudha mahaprana, chachajajanya, dudhai dharana poshana yoho. Dharana poshana yoho. So it means dharana is to sustain, to support, to uphold. Anyone you can take. Poshana yoho. Poshana is to nourish, to help it grow strong. So that which first upholds us, gives us support, and next gives us all the nourishing factors so that we get nourished and grow well. That is called as dharma. So the very purpose of dharma is to give us support and give us nourishment. That's why it's capable of solving any problem. And it is impartial. It's impartial. Whatever is to be done for our sustenance, yes, it will do it. It guides. Whatever we need for our nourishment and growth, yes, it gives us. So when you are able to understand it like that, then dharma is capable of solving any problem. It supports and nourishes. And this, husband and wife are making the best use of it for their living. And it's not just a social contract. If it's a social contract, at any point of time we can close the contract. Okay, I'm not interested, close it. Yes, we can move out of contract, but this is not a social contract. It is union of two souls coming together, and we definitely promise ourselves and the other party that we are going to live together till our old age. We are not separating. So the whole goal and purpose and the effort is to live together. There could be difference. That's a different issue. We'll sort it out. Finally, we want to live together. So the emphasis on living together. How well you can live, that also I have told you earlier. Once again, you can note it down. That is, Samapo Hridayani now. Samapo Hridayani now.
No.
Samapo Hridayani now. Rigveda 10.85.47. Samapo Hridayani now. That is in support of this only. We shall live together, we shall become one. How? So they give one, simile. That is, Apaha is water. Samapo Hridayani now. We are planning to fuse our hearts in such a way that two waters become homogeneous, similar to that. So I have got 2 cups of water. Now these 2 cups of water, I put it into one single vessel. Now until I put them into the single vessel, okay, this water 1, this is water 2 in cup 1 and in cup 2. But when I put them into a common vessel, both waters mix so homogeneously that it is impossible for anyone to separate water 1 and water 2. That's the homogeneity what we get when we add 2 cups of water in a common vessel. In such a way, let us make our hearts homogeneous. Samapo Hridayani now. This is also a mantra which is used in marriages. This is the ideal what Veda gives for a joint life. There is no question of separation, and they are very firm that the separation is impossible. That we have to understand and proceed. All this can be done only in the light of Dharma, not otherwise. Dharma is the guiding principle. Dharma is the framework within which we achieve these things. And to what extent we achieve, to that extent we can enjoy the marital life. The happiness in the marital life depends on all these things. They are very clear. They are very clear. And if we are going to make some case studies, maybe happy families, maybe unhappy families, maybe families where there are divorces. Okay, if you make a study, all these points can be observed very easily. Happy families, yes, they are bound by Dharma. And they are really trying to do this Samapo Hridayani now, making 2 waters the same. Where we have got problems, they are not trying to mix one another. They are maintaining their separate identity and fighting over. And where there is a divorce, they have just understood marriage as a social contract, so we both of us decide and the contract is closed. These are the things what we find out. But maximum happiness a person can get only in married life, provided they are guided by Dharma. That's very important thing. So those who are not able to achieve it, they say, oh, marriage, it's a big problem. That's how they think. And some scholars, they make one statement. Those who are outside marriage want to get in it, and those who are in marriage want to get out of it. So that's how they call it. But all these problems are because we have not been able to understand what it is and what's the benefit of it and how to achieve it. Now, all those guidelines are given in this. Patni tvamasi dharmanaham grihapatistava. Then Grinamite Saubhagatvaya, I am holding your hand and becoming one for the prosperity of both of us. And we shall try to merge. We shall try to merge as two waters merge together and become homogeneous. Okay, next one. Padbhyam Shudro Ajayata. Padbhyam Shudro Ajayata. Yajurveda 31.11. Padbhyam Shudro Ajayata. Yajurveda 31.11. This is part of a very controversial mantra. This is part of a very controversial mantra. Now the whole controversy, how it begins. Now within brackets you take the meaning and that meaning you cut it off also because that's not the right meaning. Shudras, caste Shudras to be precise, caste Shudras came from the foot. Came from the foot. Close the brackets and cut it. Now, you see any number of books where they have explained this mantra. Unfortunately, this is the meaning what you get. And that's the root of controversy. So when I say Shudras came from the foot, it means they are neglected, they are ill-treated. And they are not given their due place. Because foot is something which is at the lowest place of our body. So they came from that lowest part of the body and they are at the lowest rung in the society. So many things. And caste Shudra, they understand so many problems. So Shudras always fight over for their place, right place. So there is a friction in the society between Shudras and other caste people. And other caste people, they always want to exploit Shudras, and that has happened in history in the worst way possible, in the most inhuman way possible. Just to give you one or two examples how they treated them. They said, you caste Shudras, your shadow should not fall on upper class people. Your shadow, not you. Touching is totally out of question. Even your shadow should not touch us. So whenever an upper class person comes on the street, these people had to move to a corner so that their shadow will not touch them. One thing. They were so ill-treated. Then second thing is, they had to tie a broom to their backside. They had to tie a broom. Broom, you understand? So that broom they have to tie to the back, and whenever they move, the broom has to scratch the land and their footsteps has to be eliminated so that other upper class people can move. You got the idea what I'm telling? Have communicated? So whenever they move, automatically the broom also scratches the land behind them and their footsteps are removed. So that other upper class people can move there. If their footstep, after they move, if upper class people touch it, they were treating it as something has happened not compatible, and they used to go take bath, do this and that. This was the extent of untouchability there. And everyone referred to this mantra, and because of this only they are ill-treated and they are the low-born. If you refer, I want you to refer many books who speak about this mantra, and in most of them, 99.9% of them, this is the answer what they give, the meaning what they give. That is what you have taken the brackets and put it. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. Now then, how do we find out the truth? That's very important. How do you find out the truth? Now, this is Yajurveda 31.11, okay? That is the exact place, 31.11. Now, the whole answer starts getting itself revealed. The right answer gets itself revealed. When I go to the previous mantra, that is 31.10. 31.10. Now, what is there in that 31.10? You have to note down. Mukham kim asya asit. Mukham kim asya asit. Kim bahu kim uru pada uchyete. Mukham kim asya asit. Kim bahu kim uru pada uchyete. This is Yajurveda 31.10. Most of the time when they are explaining 31.11, they never refer back to 31.10. That is his or specific. Because this 31.11 is continuation of 31.10. So if they look at 31.10, they'll be able to understand 31.11 in the right light, in the right perspective. That they are not doing. Even Vedic scholars, that is the Sara aspect. Okay. 31.10. Mukham kim asya asit. Kim bahu. Kim uru pada uchyete. Now what does that mean? So if you understand the whole society as a person, that's once again figuratively. If you understand the whole human society as one person, what is its, please note the question very clearly, what is its face? What can be called as its face? What can be called as its shoulders and the upper limbs? Bahu. What can be called as its thigh? Uru. What can be called as its foot? Note the question. Who came from the foot is not the question. The question is, what can be called as its foot? What's the face? What is the nose? What is the thigh? And what is the foot? What is the foot is the question. So if the question is what is the foot, what should be the answer logically? So and so has to be the foot. But if I answer as so and so came from the foot, the question answer doesn't match. Got that point? It's a very subtle issue. The question is not what came from the foot. The question is what is doing the function of foot. What is called as foot? That's all. So if the question is what is called as foot, answer cannot be so and so came from the foot.
But Sharmaji, Ajayata means what?
Huh?
Ajayata means?
Ajayata means was established. Jani Pradurvave. That is, this was established. This is came to be called as. That's what it means, Ajayata.
Okay.
Or this was established to perform so and so duty. The previous question is very clear. Now where the problem is, I will tell you now. Where the problem is. So the question is very clearly which is called as foot. Answer cannot be so and so came from the foot. That's not the answer required for that question. So what happens if you accept this? What is your name? Then you say I am going to the market. Question is what is your name? Answer is I am going to the market. How will they match? It is as foolish as that. Then the whole problem is in that word padbhyam. Padbhyam. Padbhyam is the root cause for all these problems, and misunderstanding that word Padbhyam is the cause of all this wrong perspective. Now we have discussed something about this Vyakarna. That is 7 cases, Prathama Vibhakti, Dvitiya Vibhakti, etc. And there Ekvachana, Bahuvachana, Dvivachana. That is 7 into 3, 21. The table we have worked out Sharad, Sharadav, Sharadaha. We can refer to that only, no problem. Now, the 4th Vibhakti, 4th case. Nye Bhyam, second one is Bhyam. You are able to refer to it. Then 5th case, Dvivachana is also Bhyam. So Padbhyam, Padbhyam, Sharadbhyam, Sharadbhyam, what you have got there in the example what I taught you. 4th line, second column, 4th row, second column. 5th row, second column, both are same. You are able to observe. Sharadbhyam, Sharadbhyam. 4th row, second column, 5th row, second column. In the same way in Padbhyam also it happens. The 4th row, second column is also Padbhyam. 5th row, second column is also Padbhyam. But the meaning of the first Padbhyam and the meaning of the second Padbhyam, they are different because they are in different rows. Column is the same. Now that's a problem. Now, if I take it as 4th row, second column Padbhyam, it means for the sake of. It means for the sake of. If I take 5th row, second column, Padbhyam, it means out of. Padbhyam is the same. The final derivative is the same. But one derivative is 4th row, second column, Padbhyam. Other one is 5th row, second column, Padbhyam. And 4th row, second column, it means for the sake of. And 5th row, second column, out of. Now let's understand this. Padbhyam Shudro Ajayata. If I take the 4th column, it very clearly says, for the sake of performance and duties of a food. Shudraha Ajayata. Shudra was assigned. Shudra is assigned to perform the duties of food. Now what does 5th one say? If we take Padbhyam, that is 5th row, second column, it says, Shudra came out of food. Now I think I got the exact point where the whole problem has happened.
Yes.
Most of the time people take the 5th row, second column, but that's not the one we have to take 4th row, second column. Why? Refer to the previous mantra. What is there in that? Who is assigned for the work of a mukha? Who is assigned for the work of bahu? Who is assigned for the work of the uru? Who is assigned the work of foot? If that is the question, it is only that 4th row, second column fit the answer. It says a Shudra is assigned to perform the duties of the foot. Whoever performs the duty is called as a Shudra. It is not by birth. And here it is not caste. I have told you enough number of times. It is only Varna, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. They are all Varnas. That is the way of life that we can choose. We are free to choose. It is not thrust upon us by birth. This I have explained several times. Whereas if I take the 5th one, 5th row, second column, the whole thing gets distorted. Who is assigned the duties of foot? Shudra came out of the foot. They don't match. The question answer, they don't match. So this Padbhyam, we have to clearly understand as 4th row, second column. Now I give you the right meaning for this mantra now, in this background. Padbhyam Shudro Ajayata, it means Shudra is assigned. Shudra is assigned. And Ajayata means assigned. You got it, madam? That was the question you were asking. Ajayata also means assigned. Shudra is assigned to perform the duties of food. Now next question comes. Is foot less important than head? Is foot less important than the shoulders? Or any other thing? In a human body, all organs are very important. All organs are equally important in their own place. In their own place. No organ is superior, no organ is inferior. I can't say my ears are more important, eyes are not important. Can I pierce my eyes? No. I cannot say head is more important and my shoulders are not important. Can I cut down the shoulders? Saying that is less important? No. Every organ, every part of the human body is equally important in their own place and is a composite work. It's an integrated structure. Nothing is less important, nothing is more important. All of them have to perform their duties. All of them have to function properly. Only then the whole human body will be healthy. That's why they have given that comparison, simile. In a human body, no organ is superior, no organ is inferior. If you say heart is more important, what about lungs? They are also important. Okay, heart and lungs are very important. What about kidney? Take any part, any part. Even a vein, even an artery is equally important in a human body. Every tendon, every nerve cell is very important. If there is something wrong, if any one part of the body is malfunctioning, then the whole person is pulled down. His health will go to dogs. It's as simple as that. Therefore, when I am comparing with the human body, no organ is less important, no organ is more important. All organs are equally important because they all have got one or the other contribution to make the whole human body help to function totally. So, if it is a foot also, that is not inferior. And everyone has to perform their functions. And to perform their functions, okay, Shudra is assigned to perform the function of the foot. And another way, the whole body is supported by foot. Another thing, the whole body is supported by the foot. The whole society is dependent on a Shudra because he is the supporting factor. Number one. And without foot, I cannot walk. So what does it mean? If the society has to progress, if the society has to move forward, we need a Shudra. Very much essential. If the foot is not there, I become lame. Then what will happen? I have to stay where I am. There is no question of progress. For progress, Shudra is very important. So all these things you have to understand, and it is not caste, it is clearly Varna, and it is not born out of, but is born for the sake of, to perform the duties of, to perform the functions of foot, it is assigned to a Shudra. Now this perfectly matches with the 10th mantra where the question is asked. So it matters. So this is how we have to analyze and understand. And wherever they explain it as Shudra came from the foot, it is 100% totally wrong. Because they are ignoring the previous question. So if I consider the previous question, then this is the only answer what I get. That is a Shudra is assigned the work of foot. Converse is also true. Anybody who does the work of a foot is a Shudra. And between Shudra, Kshatriya, Brahmana, Vaishya, nobody is superior, nobody is inferior. So how do you say that? You can take one more mantra in support of it. Ajyeshtaso akanishthasah. Ajyeshtaso akanishthasah. Rigveda 5.60.5. 5.60.5. Ajyeshtaso akanishthasah. So it is addressed to all the human beings. You human beings declare that among you, Ajyeshtasaha, nobody is superior. Akanishtasaha, nobody is inferior. It's very clearly spelled out. It's very clearly spelled out in the Veda. But unfortunately, people don't make a deep study of the Vedas. And even today they say, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, they're all caste. And we find caste system in Vedas. And Brahmana is superior, Shudra is inferior. All such nonsense they speak of. It's not there. It's not there. They cannot find even one mantra telling all those things. It's all misinterpretation. I'm giving the proof exact where it is. Ajyeshtas are nobody is superior. Akanishtas are nobody is inferior. Then how do you solve the problem? Nobody is superior, nobody is inferior. Then what they are?
They are equal.
They are equals. Fine. That's the only answer I can give. Neither superior nor inferior. They are equal. So all human beings are equal, irrespective of the varna they belong to. Caste system is never there in the Vedas, as we understand it today. Varna is the way of life that I am free to choose. If I want, I can become a Brahmana. If I want, I can become a Kshatriya. I can become a Vaishya. I can become a Shudra. What's the parameter to choose it? It is your guna, karma, swabhava, samarthya. It's your aptitude. It is the way of life you choose. And it is your capacity. So depending on it, whatever you want, you can do it. You are free. By birth, we are all human beings. Full stop. That's all. So clear. And only when we understand these things rightly, yes, we will be able to live together happily, harmoniously. World peace will be at our reach. No racial discrimination, no caste discrimination, nothing. We are all human beings and we are all equal. The highest ideal that we can think of is this. And this is what we find in the Vedas. Unfortunately, those half-cooked scholars, they misinterpret things and spoil the whole issue. Maybe my words are a bit bitter, but I can't help remarking like this. Because we are seeing day in, day out in the society these discriminations and exploitations. In an environment of discrimination and exploitation, we cannot live peacefully. Enmity will be there. Natural. It's very natural. When somebody suppresses, snubs another person to exploit, naturally the exploited one will become a revolt, if not today, tomorrow. And the whole peace of the society is disturbed. So I have to think, we have to analyze and find out what is truth. And Vedas give us the right point and gives us the truth very clearly without any confusion. It's very obvious, nothing ambiguous is there. So if you understand this, yes, the human society can live together, can love one another and lead the whole life on a common platform where there is equality. Many people speak of equality. In communism, they speak of equality. In democracy, they speak of equality. In autocracy, they speak of equality. Bureaucracy, there are so many ways of societies. So many principles guiding society. And they all speak of equality. But none of them are as clear as this. That's very important. None of them adopt it really in life. But if we adopt Vedic way of life, yes, we will be closer to that equality. No discrimination whatsoever. It doesn't mean that all have got the same level of intellect, all have got the same capacity. No. But the difference in those things is individualistic and we never make it a big issue. As far as opportunities are concerned, as far as love and friendship is concerned, it not that because it has that worth it, because it has that virtue in it, yes, we respect it. It definitely deserves it. It deserves it. No source of knowledge in the whole world speak like this. You take Bible, you take Quran, you take anything. In all of them we find discriminations. In all of them, very text supports enmity. So and so is a devotee of God. So and so is not a devotee of God. One who is not a devotee of God can be butchered, can be murdered. Like this they speak of. And if anybody speaks against these things, it is blasphemy. And a person who goes to blasphemy is punishable. We release a fatwa. See, this is the way they talk. And these types of talks can never bring peace in any society for that matter. But you don't find any such thing in any part, any corner of the Vedas. It all speaks of friendship, love, equality. And one misinterpreted thing I have told you, this has become a controversy. Once you understand in the right way, in the light of the previous mantra and the Vedic grammar, yes, it's very clear and it speaks of equality. Padbhyam Shudro Ajayata. Next one. Pishachaha.
Disrespectful.
Pishachaha. Tasmat Nashyanti. Pishachaha. Tasmat Nashyanti. Yamaham. Yamaham. That is Yam Aham. Pishachaha Tasman Nashyanti. Yam Aham. Gramam Avishe. Gramam Avishe. Gramam Avishe. Atharva 4.36.7. 4.36.7. The meaning of it is that human settlement. Grama is human settlement. Village is a common meaning. That human settlement into which I enter, that human settlement into which I enter, there will not be, or there shall not be, there shall not be anything you can take. Pishachis. You have heard that word Pishacha? How do you understand that word? Pishachi.
Pishacha.
How do you understand?
Ghosts.
That's how you understand today. But the meaning of Pishacha is totally different. I'll come to it. So, any human settlement I get into, there shall not be any Pishachis. If you take it like that, what does that Pishachi mean? We will see a little later. It's a problem. For every Vedic word, we do have the right meaning based on its derivation from the root. That I have told you sufficient number of times. But we always take the colloquial meaning and make the whole thing rubbish. This is unfortunate. If you take the right meaning from the root and the derivation, things will be wonderful. But we don't do it because we are not used to that system. Because that system is there only when we are studying Vedas. Only when we are studying Vedas, this system is there. But even when studying Vedas, we apply our colloquial meaning there. We impose our colloquial meaning there and make the whole Vedic statement distorted and understand it wrongly. So this is very, very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. You can compare all this. Put the colloquial meaning on the Vedic words or understand it from its derivation. I think you are convinced now that derivation method is dependable because there is some logic, because there is some system. Whereas a colloquial thing, it doesn't have any base. Okay, use it in that sense and all the people start using it in that sense and the whole word gets its meaning. What is the basis? Nothing. But it's not so when you are going for Vedic words. In Vedic words, the meanings are definite because it is derived. Logical derivation is there. And how they derive it? One example I have shown you in Sharadav Sharadaha. Same way, any Vedic word can be derived like that. And finally understand what the exact meaning of it. This precision is not there in any other language than Vedic. I am not boasting. I am not exaggerating. They have experienced Sharadav Sharadaha. how well I have analyzed it step by step. I have got rules. If you want to make any change in the word, maybe the construction or maybe its meaning, you should have rules to support it. It's not what you call ambiguous. It is not arbitrary. Such a wonderful system we have got. We should be able to understand it and apply and get the right meaning of the Veda mantras, and it will definitely support us for better living. So what does Pishacha mean? Others we will see in the next suspense. Okay. Namaste.